Keep hitting my wife's plane up there. She's going to kill me. Hello everyone, welcome back. We're continuing with the Bushmaster 120 build, and we've got I think I've got all the gluing done, and so we're going to move on and install the servos. So what I've got a choice here. I've got some Pilot RC servos that came out of my jet, and I've got some 1270 Sabics. Basically, the Pilot RC servos are Sabics, and I had these Sabic 1270s in the laser, and I've got to make a decision here. The manual recommends MKS 777 servos, which are 500 ounce servos. I can use the 1270s and it would be fine. The Pilot RC here, which is PW20AH, is a 303 ounce servo. And the problem is I don't have enough of the 1270s to do the whole plane. I'd have to order a couple more, and when you know, they're discontinued. So I think I'm going to put these Pilot RC servos in the ailerons and flaps. 300 ounce. These control surfaces are not that big. I think they should be fine. If they're not, then I'll probably just order, more if I can find them. Either 1270s, or I'll use 4 1270s for just a wing, and I'll find something else for the elevator and rudder servos. So for right now, Pilot RC in the wing, Sabic 1270 servos in 2 elevators in the rudder, so 3 of them, and 4 Pilot RCs in the wing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just take a piece of string. If any of you guys have done this kind of stuff, you already know what I'm going to do. So take a piece of string with a nut on it. I'm going to drop this down through the wing so that I can pull my servo extension lead. Keep hitting my wife's plane up there. Oh crap, nut came off. Oh, there it is. Keep hitting my wife's plane up there. She's going to kill me. Try this again. There it goes. All right, come out down through the bottom. And now I can tie this onto a servo extension. Okay, now that I've got my lead through, I can plug the servo in and then put a clip on it, keep it from coming apart. Little trimming required. I'm going to put a little glue on my servo screws. This is Type Bond, it's wood glue, and I know a lot of guys like to use CA on their screws, or maybe something else, but I like to be able to get my screws out later just in case I need to change the servo. So all I want is just something to add a little holding power to the screw, so I'll just use a little Type Bond on the screw. Okay, one servo in. I just need to turn that control horn around, servo arm, and I'll install the next one. Servo lead hanging out. So get that set up, and then we'll move on to the next wing. Okay, everyone, I've been working on the wings. I've got arms from Gator RC, nice aluminum arms, and I've put protective braiding on the wires. I made these up out of 8-pin MPX connectors, so that I can simply just plug them in from one plug instead of two. I just have to put the ends on these and they'll be done. I've also done the inside of the fuselage. Wires running to the elevators and rudder are inside the tube with the protective braiding, and getting about ready to install a radio system. I fly up our sky, so I've got an R10 Pro receiver, and this is a RB35 power expander, and what I'm going to do with this is it has a lot of neat features. Not only does it have stabilization gyro, but it also can do a lot of neat features. It can read out every single servo amperage and voltage and give you a lot of data. It also has a vario, which tells you whether you're going up or down. And it can also calculate your altitude based on its starting point. So it does a lot of neat stuff. We originally purchased this a while back, and it was a new item on the market, and they didn't have all the firmware worked out for it. So we ended up putting it away for a few months, and finally now they've got the firmware straightened out for it. Seems to be working fine. So now we're going to try it out in the Bushmaster and see how it works. Guys, I've made some progress on the Bushmaster. I've got the wing connectors in place, and I've got the wire semi-routed. It's not tied down permanently yet. The engine is temporarily mounted with the exhaust pipe on. Alright fellas, I've got the initial setup on the radio. I've got the RB35 in, the battery receiver is still sitting loose, and all the control surfaces are moving in the correct direction. I've got the ailerons, flaps, and then
flight mode 2,
flaperons,
flight mode 1,
the everything's working the way it's supposed to so far. I just need to dial in the control throws and be good to go. And then set up the stabilization and get that going. I gotta wait for the headers to come back in stock. I need 60mm drop, and so I'll be waiting for that. Back to work. I've got the Bushmaster sitting on its wheels, and I've got the lower fin in place and the tail wheel on. Throttle servo's in. The RB35 is in place for right now, and I just need to wait for the new headers to show up. Got them on order, and hopefully they'll be here soon and we can finish this thing up. So that's going to be it for this this episode, and when the parts come in, we'll do another one and finish this build. Take care all.